Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of, well, it's not really Tales from the Awning Portal tonight. Tonight is Bleak Harvest, but we are here on the Praetors Rejects Twitch channel. I am Kingbashman, also known as Jeff, but mostly as Kingbashman here on the channel and around the Twitch universe. Tonight will be essentially our I guess our Halloween special, for the most part. We were going to be running a adventure written by one of our sponsors and our friends over at Total Party Kill Games called Bleak Harvest. I have the, see, there it is right there on the screen underneath of me. All of my normal Thursday players will instead tonight be playing their original Dragon Heist characters. A little throwback to a long time ago here on the channel. So without further ado, I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves. Our resident barbarian, as you can see, does not have a cam feed. He is having sick doggo issues, and we all understand how that goes. So he's here voice wise in the spirit, just not on cam. So there you go. Take it away, guys.
Start with the man, the myth, the Lamia himself.
Hello. Once again, my name is Osric Thornbottom. I used to be a librarian. I used to be a barkeep. I used to be a librarian. I like to read a lot. Just in general, a lot of fun to hang out with. I miss having friends. Maybe tonight that's gonna change. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, I agree. Next.
This one is Lionel Straitero, Tabaxi Ranger from Mazatun. I would be played by Loco.
And I am Caleb. I am playing Genmare, the level 9 High Elven Cleric of Torm.
I am Abdel, who currently has his webcam turned off due to sick doggo reasons. He was also a owner of a barkeep at one point, but now he's a happy owner of a wig shop.
A wig shop
called Big Brain.
I'm sorry.
Sammy.
Thank you for the follow.
I will be playing Greyax Oldak, the Oath of the Ancients Paladin. And I'm Mr. Wolf throughout the channel and Twitch.
Sweet. And again, like I said, I'm Kingbashman. I'm the dungeon master for this Thursday group here. And let's see. New artwork, guys. Ooh.
Nice, I like it.
So, where did we leave off on the little intro last week? Oh, yes. You all had gotten your magical summons to meet with the king outside, or with a king from a neighboring kingdom outside of Waterdeep. I believe most of you recognize the seals and the symbols on this particular correspondence to match that of the Master Lords of Waterdeep. And you all agreed to go meet with said king to, I guess, gather more information as to what is going on and why he is seeking out outside help and adventurers for his slight predicament that he has found himself in. So we'll fast forward a little bit so we can actually get into the game part. The party one by one arrives at the not corresponding. The predetermined location, that's the word, set aside and detailed in the correspondence that you all received. Here, let's see. Gray Axe, you were the first one to arrive. It is a somewhat secluded type of clearing. Very, very easy to miss if you weren't actually looking for it and didn't have the actual descriptors and directions pretty much pinpointing you directly to the meeting area. You're there for some time, sitting there waiting, and then your old comrade Genmare shows up afterwards.
Hail.
Been quite a while.
Indeed. I don't know what to say.
Everyone else is coming. It seemed like the letter was addressed to everybody anyways.
Yeah, I got the same one. Man, I'm not sure what to say.
Is there anything interesting you've been doing for the last few years?
Well, there's an orphanage in the South Ward that I've been assisting. I've met some interesting people and helped many more. What about you?
Spent some time in the realms of hell, duking it out with a few demons and fiends.
I met somebody who does that sort of thing, but here in our realm.
Suppose a few do get past the gates.
So, Osric, Lionel, and Abdel. They should be along shortly, huh?
I would assume so.
It is about this time you hear some loud thudding footsteps as you see a slightly familiar looking Goliath walk towards your location.
Where's the wine?
I don't think you need any of that, Abdel.
Excuse me?
That's a nice wig you're wearing.
Does it look familiar? I put it back on just for old time's sake.
It takes me right back to that theater. And I can still smell the throw up.
I throw up on the floor. No. Let's not bring up such barbaric times again, Mayor. We've moved past those times.
Oh, have we?
We sure have. What have you two been up to?
He went to hell, and I helped the poor.
By whipping them?
Anyway, where are the others?
At about this time, you hear a jolly tune of a boisterous halfling making its way towards your gathering.
Okay. Where are we? Where are we, roughly speaking? Like, in the world?
Outside of Waterdeep.
Oh, okay. All right. So, we're like along a road or something?
A little off way. It's kind of like a secluded meeting area.
Okay. So, this boisterous halfling music and singing. You guys turn your heads. You see this cart rolling up. and it's like a covered wagon sort of, and it's slow and it's rolling and it's like clunk 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 clunk, and there's like mules and ponies just baying and braying as they're going by, and there's this group of halflings in there just like playing music and singing, and they're talking in the halfling language. You can smell like spices and food. It sounds like it smells like they're cooking stew inside the wagon, which that's pretty dangerous. So immediately you guys,
a little bit.
who knows what you guys may think about that. As the wagon is rolling by, you see some kind of package or like some kind of large lump fall from the undercarriage of the thing into the mud below, and then the cart continues rolling by, and this package is just left behind. And after a moment, the package rolls itself over, and Osric stands up, and he just kind of just like scraping the mud off of himself, flicking his hands. He's wearing these disheveled blue and brown rags and robes. He has like a little choker pendant around his neck. He's got sandy, kind of brownish blonde hair, a little bit of a goatee. He's very young for a halfling, like maybe 20 or 22 years old. He has a little leather backpack, traveler's boots. He has his back to you guys. He stands all the way up to his 3'1" height and stature, and he mutters something to himself, and he makes all of the dirt and mud just kind of magically scrape itself away from him, and he's left nice and clean. And then he just kind of like he steps to the other side of the road. He doesn't even realize you guys are there, and he just goes, "Oh, finally, some peace and quiet and fresh air." And then he turns around, and he sees you for the first time in years, and he just gasps. It's like, ah! Wait, do I know you? Excuse me? And he comes and runs over. And he almost trips in the mud again as he skids across the rutted highway. And comes right up to Abdel. Looks all the way up. Abdel?
What Goliath would you know that would wear this pink wig other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Abdel?
Abdel! And he wraps his arms around your leg like a tree trunk. And he just gives you the biggest hug that you've ever felt a tiny man give you. And he looks up and he looks over at Genmare. He looks over at Grayax. I imagine you guys are probably wearing, some similar vestments and garb, maybe some badass new armor. You guys just look like fucking superheroes to Osric, and he is overjoyed. He lets go of Abdel. He runs over to Genmare, shakes Genmare's hand. Genmare! Oh my god, I can't believe it's true. I knew this.
Yeah, Genmare will pull you in a little closer and pat you on the back, and he says, "Osric, what in the nine hells are you wearing?"
Genmare, you've been smoking.
I have. Remember the self-lighting pipe?
Yeah, I told you not to use the lead pipe. That's gonna give you poison. But that's okay. We can work on that later. I'm just so glad you're alive.
Through the power of the divine, I don't know how I still live.
Me neither. I didn't know that. I thought I was being had the wool pulled over my eyes. I thought somebody was messing with me with this ridiculous letter. And he pulls out a very similar looking missive inside of an envelope that has a very similar looking wax seal on it. He appears to have taken great care of it compared to the rest of, his body. His notes and everything's disheveled except for this letter. It looks like he's been taking pristine care of it. He pulls it out of his shitty little dog-eared notebook, and he turns to Grayax and he says, "Have you read any good books lately, Sir Grayax?" And he just gives you the biggest, widest, most childlike grin that you've probably seen in years, especially considering where you've been recently. You see there are tears in his eyes. He's just overjoyed right now.
I've read quite a few good books. About 13 to be exact.
13. Oh, I've got a list for you. I've been making a reading list of all the good books that I'm gonna read as soon as I find them. The books I'm gonna write. Oh man, I've got so much to tell you guys about. First of all, where have you been? I've been waiting at the, and then he just trails off for a second, and he just kind of looks at the dirt. Well, anyway, I've been waiting for you guys, and God, better late than never. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be? And then he just kind of like turns and he looks up and down the road. Are we? And he looks at the paperwork. Are we missing somebody? Wait.
At about this point, you hear a familiar voice beginning to bellow from the top of the trees, which you all are kind of gathered around. You look up and you see a familiar tabaxi kind of hiding in the shadows amongst the trees.
It would be a good day for you to die. And he comes flying out of the tree and lands like a cat on all fours. No sound whatsoever.
Audience laugh track.
Yeah.
Osric. It's like no one's gonna be dying now. Though we're back, boys. It's just like old times. No one's gonna be dying today. How are you? Lionel? It's been so long. I'm glad you're still with us. Among the living. Well, I mean, I'm glad you haven't died. Is what I mean. What I mean to say. I'm glad you're still alive.
This one tells you still cannot speak with your words properly.
I speak with my heart.
Yes.
Very good to see you. All of you.
Unfortunately, this one's father has died. When Lionel went back to Mastika after a few days, our clan was attacked by dire wolves. My father was mortally wounded. So this trip is not one Lionel wanted to make. Lionel must get back to his mother. We must be going. Get on the road. Get this over with. Either finish the task or die trying.
What? Osric looks at everybody. Well, obviously we're going to finish the task, whatever it is. I'm so sorry to hear about your family. Is it far from here? When did it happen? I have so many questions.
It has been close to 6 months from now.
Oh dear.
Lionel has been home for close to 2 years, maybe more. It happened 6 months ago. If you kind of look at Lionel, he has a necklace around his neck that he didn't wear before. He also has a bow that he did not have before. It looks different. It looks very, very well made, as well as some different armor. It seems to fit him all right, but it is definitely not the same armor that he wore. He still wears the same woodland green leather cloak with a hood, but other than that, he is just about the same, at least on the outside.
Well, you all have so much. You all have so much to talk about. We all have so much to talk about, and look at your adventures. I can tell that you've changed, all of you. I feel like Wait, has it been 2 years? And he starts flipping through his notebook. 2 years? It doesn't feel like 2 years. sometimes it feels like it was just yesterday. Wait, was it yesterday? And he just kind of turns and looks back towards the direction of Waterdeep. You can tell that he's just kind of addled. There's something up with him. He's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal or something. You know, he turns back to the group. Well, we should get this show on the road. You know, we've done great things before. We can do great things again. I couldn't tell you what they all are, all those great things, but I know we've done them. And then we can get you back to your family, Lionel. You know, anything we can do to help, I'm sure these boys here are going to support you, like we always do. Isn't that right, boys?
Yeah, sure.
Is
Whatever
the
you
goal-
need.
Genmar, have you had your throat slit? You sound
No.
much different.
Oh, he's been smoking the lead pipe. I told him not to do it, but it's okay. We can get a throat replacement. I know a guy.
This, I like Osric's new outfit he's got here. It's, he looks like he's from the Food Network.
Well, I have done a bit of cooking.
And he pulls out some really suspect-looking food. It is clearly garbage that he has scrounged up from somewhere in a back alley in the North Ward. Osric,
he
the
takes a
last few
bite.
years haven't treated you well, haven't they?
What? No, I've been tending bar, as one does.
Where?
Sort of. Can we go? We should go. And honestly, you can tell that he doesn't really want to talk about where he's been. There's a sense of shame. You don't need to roll investigation or insight to figure that out. You guys know Osric.
Are you being hunted?
And when you say that, he flashes you a look instantly. Yes.
By who?
Don't you remember?
What, the big balloon?
And Osric opens up his notebook and he flips through several pages, and then he just kind of turns around to make sure there's no one else around, and then he holds it up for the group to see. An extremely detailed drawing of Xanathar the Beholder that covers both pages. It's drawn in a deep red ink with black highlights and white highlights. It looks like a work of art, quite frankly. Something you'd see in like Leonardo da Vinci stuff. Like, this is some of the best artwork you've ever seen Osric, commit to paper. And he holds it up as high as he can so you guys can see it if you really lean down and look at it. Don't you remember that he's been coming after all of us. He's been pushing chess pieces around. I've been pushing my own chess pieces around. I've been studying. I've been learning about his network. I've been talking to the Zentarim in places. I've gone to the graveyard and waited at night to meet with what's her name? Shit. And he starts flipping through his book again, and paperwork falls out of it and lands in the mud, and he just gives a sour look. He scrapes up his paperwork. Can we just go? And he just shoves it back into the notebook. We should get going.
Sure.
This creature has burrowed its way into your brain.
It's burrowed its way into all of Waterdeep, Lionel. It's so much worse than we ever knew. He's a monster. I'll tell you on the way, but we should really get going. I don't like staying in one spot for too long. I've got my reasons. Hear me now.
Suddenly, you start to see a flash of arcane energies appear out of nowhere, and they start swirling around, and like a arcane gateway appears, and two figures step out of it. One dressed very in very fine robes and jewels, looks very noble, and the other one looks a little more darn it, what's the word I'm looking for? Battle worn. He's got kind of some scarred skin, has a patch over one eye. It doesn't take very long to realize that the other gentleman, the one that has a little more regal stature about them, is more likely the king that summoned you here.
As the arcane energy blasted or made noise, Lionel would have whipped around, pulled his bow, and pulled back on the string.
So would Osric.
You would not have seen him knock an arrow, though. But the
Genmer's
string was
hand.
pulled back.
Genmer's hand would begin to glow with a sacred flame, but he wouldn't hold it above him or anything.
Osric would knock an arrow. And when you regard his short bow, you can see that it's the very same short bow that he had in previous adventures. However, there is something unique about it. It seems to have it's far and away the best piece of equipment that Osric has, and it's been retrofitted with some kind of like decorative ribbons, and within the ribbons there seems to be some sort of dark fur kind of embedded within the ribbon. It's like touching the wood of the bow, but it's immaculate. It's like Osric got it yesterday, but you can tell it's the same short bow that he's always had. But he knocks an arrow. He whips around in a panic and points directly at these visitors.
Adele hides behind Osric. No.
I'll protect you, big guy. Just keep your head down.
4 times his size.
Show him the wig. That'll scare him.
Oh, dear God. Anyway, these two gentlemen step out from this arcane gateway, and it's in behind them. And they all look around and see pretty much everybody is ready to attack. And the king just kind of goes, "Stand down. I'm not here to fight. I'm the one who summoned you here."
We're trying to fight?
You can't just show up like that on unsuspecting travelers on official business for a king.
Jeff, I'd like to rage.
You can certainly try. Now, it's like, well, my little halfling friend, in my lands, I can do as I please.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Very dictator of you.
Have you ever thought about lowering property tax of Waterdeep?
I do not rule Waterdeep.
We'll do it anyways.
I suppose I can discern then that his intentions are honest.
Oh, yes, yeah. You can definitely tell that this is the man that summoned you all here.
Yeah. So Osric will relax his bow. It's like, I didn't expect you to grace us with your presence here in the dirty highway. Your holiness, kingship. How should we call you? And he'll start putting his equipment away.
Your Majesty, Your Highness, whatever you prefer. Honestly, discretion is most paramount in this situation.
Discretion.
Yes.
All right. How about I call you Big Daddy?
What?
I'm just going to
That sounds
choose.
innocuous. That's a colloquial term they use here in the hinterlands, outside of Waterdeep. When you're talking to someone who's in charge, you just tell them, all right, Big Daddy, let's do it. You know? Wait, I think that was in Neverwinter. No. Never mind, forget it. Or Skullport, one of those places.
Ah, yes. Very well. Anyway, I no doubt am sure that the lot of you have questions regarding your summons here.
Mm-hmm.
I am in need of your services. Again, obviously, as I've mentioned before, discretion is most paramount. Hence, the secret missives, the secluded meeting places. My cousin, the Duke, is, we believe, to be in trouble. Now, most of the time, if a member of the royal family is in trouble, you march forth with a small army and deal with the situation accordingly. However, this is a special circumstance for my brother. Although he be family, it's not quite right in the head. He has been at the Willowbrook Sanatorium for how long has it been now? Somebody got a fumble. Oh, poor
Yeah, it was
Abdel.
probably me.
Yeah.
It was.
Dan, that's crazy.
My dear cousin, the Duke, Berard is his name, has been convalescing at Willowbrook Sanitarium for the last year, but has not been heard from in at least 3 months now. Our attempts to learn of his status and well-being by means of divinations have failed. For you see, the sanitarium has protective wards cast over it to safeguard the identities of its inhabitants from prying eyes and those who would not mean well by them. Teleportation to anywhere within the compound has also failed, which has left me no choice but to send out the missives and send a group in to find out what is going on. I will have to say that you lot would not be the first group I have tasked with this. The other two groups have yet to return, which is making me think that there is great danger afoot at Willowbrook.
Whoa. How many people?
Tell us, Osric, do you know this one?
Do I know which one? What?
Does Osric know this person? This Bertrand?
Oh, this Berard?
Berard, yes. Osric, do you know him?
He's of royalty. He's part of your family. Is that correct?
Yes, he is the Duke.
And which lands do you hail from, your kingship, if I may ask? Or sorry, Big Daddy. And he starts going to one of his appendices in his.
Yeah, neighboring lands outside of Waterdeep. Hence why I've managed to garner their help from the Master Lords.
So this is like a state-sponsored sanitarium, sponsored by Waterdeep, then. Like
No,
it's funded
TPK games.
by them, and also TPK games. I don't like the way you said TPK.
Mostly sponsored by TPK games, but
Yes, I've heard of them. A rowdy bunch.
They really are.
It gladdens my heart to hear the TP game still lives in these trying times.
You know, I actually haven't read any of their books yet, but I will be doing that within the next 4 hours, depending on how this evening goes. Maybe not.
Yeah, Jeff.
I don't think I know him. I've barely had enough time to wrap my head around the Masked Lord situation, and trust me, I'm trying to unmask one right now. And he gives Leonella a solemn wink.
Well, the reason this one asks is it seems this Bertoli, whatever his name is, has much of the same problems that you seem to have.
Oh. Yeah, yes. Oh, okay. Hey, okay. A couple questions, if I may. And if I'm breaching doctor, patient, or familial, or even royal conventions, confidentiality agreements. If I'm breaching any of those things, you just put me right in my place, your kingship, or sorry, Big Daddy. But if you would permit me to inquire about the nature of Bertoli's, what was his name? Bertoli.
Berard.
Right, Berard. Right. So he's been suffering from memory loss issues, you say, or perhaps schizophrenia?
We believe him to be suffering from a delusion in which he believes himself to be other people at times.
Well, that's schizophrenia. That's Now there's many different ways that manifests. Sometimes people will think that their purpose in life is different than what it really is, or they will believe themselves to be in a station that is higher than what they really are. It leads to all sorts of complications in their life. And how long has he been suffering from these issues? And Osric is starting to write in a blank page in his notebook.
Seems like you personally know about this, Osric.
Pardon? Who said that?
It was Big Daddy.
He turns and just faces you, Abdel.
He has suffered from this affliction long enough for it to become an issue and for him to be sent away to Willowbrook. The court's most powerful mage and clerics were unable to cure this affliction of his, suggesting that it's possible that he did not want to be cured. They decided it may be in his best interest for a restful stint at Willowbrook to encourage his wellness and cooperation. However, I believe he may be in danger now. Again,
because
we
you haven't
heard from him.
He did not have an encounter with a beholder, perchance, did he? And he'll look over at Osric.
Osric looks at Lionel with a panic.
As not to my knowledge.
Yeah, he'll look back at the king and he'll say, Did Bernard ever visit Waterdeep, or was he visited by anybody from Waterdeep before he started acting differently? Your kingship. Sorry, Big Daddy.
Not to my immediate recollection, but I suppose it is possible. I see that you all keep mentioning a beholder. I'm going to venture out on a guess here and say one of you all have managed to, how do you all say, piss off the one known as Xanathar.
Who?
That was a long time ago.
It's nothing you need to worry about. Your kingship. It's long gone. There's nothing to worry about. And he's kind of like raising his voice, kind of talking, perhaps to somebody else.
Trust me, you're right. I have nothing to worry about on that. That's all on you. I can tell you this right now. He does not forget, and he does not forgive. So good luck on that one.
Can I make an insight check on that statement?
Yep.
All right.
What if we're just talking to Xanathar?
That flares Osric's paranoia like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, and he doesn't.
Even with what you rolled, you're pretty sure that the king knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, does Osric feel threatened by the king?
No,
Okay.
not by the king. No,
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
maybe about what you two are discussing, but not by the king himself.
Yeah, your kingship. As long as we're speaking frankly, if you're familiar with the situation, with Mr. X, then perhaps we should get off this road. You never know.
Well, don't worry. Nobody can see us where we are right now. You have my Meister to thank for that. And he kind of gestures over to the more elderly, battle-scarred gentleman with the eye patch.
Wow.
Why do you wear an eye patch?
Because I lost an eye.
Prove it.
He reaches up, pulls up his eye patch. You see just a dark, hollowed out cavity where an eye used to be, and suddenly you see like a small spectral hand come out of it and raise the middle finger at you, and then he closes his eye patch again.
I like you.
So, is it possible to get on this quest? Some of us have things to get back to.
Yes. I will be completely honest with you, given the fact that this would now be the third group of people we have sent out. I'm not willing to be too hopeful for a positive outcome on this. However, I do know that desperate times call for desperate measures, and worthy individuals do not come for free. I have set aside a amount of gold to be awarded to you all should you all return either with the Duke or with news confirming our worst fears.
How much gold?
A worthy sum.
Define
Osric's stomach loudly growls.
15,000 gold.
The boys are back in town.
I could do some serious renovations with that money. We might even be able to get the old pub back together, boys. Start working with the guilds again and... well, one thing at a time. Well, yes, I'm in. I'd be happy to help your family. Is anything I can do to help? I am at your service, and Osric kneels down. He's already so small. But he kneels down and bows his head before this regal figure.
I appreciate the gestures, but that won't be necessary. You are doing me a favor on this. Very well. If everybody is ready to depart, you will need these. And you see him reach into a pouch and he pulls out a couple of lapel pins, and he goes to hand each one, or hand one to each one of you. These pins will allow you to see through the powerful illusions that mask the sanitarium, so you will be able to find it. Also, and he turns to his Meister and he produces a couple of scrolls. Upon this vellum parchment is my words to notarize you, each one of you, as royal officers. Under this authority, you are to be given every courtesy and permission to investigate the facilities.
Okay.
Do we keep these permissions?
Well, I'm not going to keep them.
Yeah, I can handle the paperwork, boys, if that's all right with you. Unless you all, if you think it's best that we all individually carry them.
I take my own.
Grab mine.
Osric immediately drops his in the dirt.
Yeah, that's why I took mine.
And he scoops it back up, he folds it up, kind of crumples it together, and shoves it into his notebook.
A notebook that started out this thick, but with everything added to it, like
It's all muddy too.
No, it's
Character.
It's artisanal, and he blows dirt off of it. Like he can never seem to get it clean.
Sounds about right.
Osric will study the pin. Can I tell it's a magical item, or do we need to attune to it or anything like that?
No. You start to look over it, and the Meister kind of pipes up and it just says, yes, that is a Willowbrook visitor's brooch. It is magically enchanted for the wearer to be able to see through the powerful illusions that mask the sanitarium.
That's going to be very helpful, I can tell. Thank you so much. If you've got some time, Maester, if you've got some time, can we maybe compare some notes? It's been a while since I've met another master of the arcane. If there's anything that you can tell me about this place, if it's protected by illusions, then perhaps it's protected in other ways as well. Also, if you feel like this place is dangerous, then perhaps we could work on sketching out a floor plan, and I can get an idea of how big the place is, and me and the boys here, we can come up with a bit of an action plan. And he kind of like pumps his little fist like he's boxing something, he's asking like any information they can give of like a tactical nature regarding this.
Time is of the essence. I couldn't tell you that Willowbrook Estate is a sanitarium that occupies a roughly 400-acre privately secured forest. It is renowned as a beautiful short-stay retreat for individuals from famous or politically connected families, or those wealthy enough to afford its opulent gardens and high-end treatments for mental wellness.
Wow, you sound like a salesman for that place. Sounds like a resort. I'm surprised anything dangerous is even happening there. I am very worried. Well, tell me about the other teams that you sent. Were they well armed, or were they just bureaucrats? Or
they were members of the King's Knights and entourage of guards.
Oh dear. We should try to find them too, I suppose, huh?
It would probably put you in even more favorable standing with His Highness, if you do.
Lionel apologizes if this is too forward a question, but did you say where you are king? What realm you are king of?
Yes, it is an area outside of Waterdeep. The DM does not have that particular information because I'm trying to tie it in with Dragon Heist.
It's strictly confidential, Lionel. We can't go broadcasting the fact that his kingdom is falling apart from the inside with a schizophrenic family member influenced by a beholder.
This one would say, Lionel did not vote for you. How can you be king?
Right. I don't. How do I explain this? I don't believe that's how monarchies work. But anyway, if you all are ready to embark on this journey, my Meister here will assist you in your travels.
I'm ready.
Yeah, what do you think, boys? Sounds like we've gotten all we can get information-wise.
Looks like
Wait.
meat is back on the menu.
Lionel thinks this is a good day to die.
Henry!
Yes.
Osric calls out to the sky, and from the tree line, you hear, whoo! And a snowy white owl with gray feathers floats in and lands on Osric. A very large owl compared to Osric. Standard size owl for you guys. But this is Henry the Owl, his fine familiar buddy.
And Duff isn't here to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But
right.
Jeff is.
The biggest controversy of all. Okay, I'm ready. How about you, Henry? And Henry just kind of cocks his head like full 90 degrees in the direction of Lionel and just won't stop looking at Lionel. Who is a giant cat.
A 7 foot tall cat that we found out halfway into the Dragon Heist game.
Right.
You did not listen to Lionel's description. He told you how tall he was.
No.
It's like, very well. Then everyone gather around. You all gather around, and in the middle of this somewhat circle that the five of you have made, he pulls out a scroll and begins chanting an arcane incantation, and suddenly you all are whisked away, and you arrive at a different spot. The Meister is nowhere to be seen. You, let's see, Osric, you're probably the most arcane inclined, really. You all just got teleported.
Osric throws up.
And after you all kind of land and you're like, whew, you get over the temporal like shake up that you've just experienced, you look around and all of a sudden you just see 6 saddled horses appear.
Whoa.
I imagine
Oh, no.
Bill sits on his horse and it crumbles beneath him.
Well,
You get a war horse.
yeah.
Osric desperately looks all the way up to the saddle. And then he looks over to Abdel. And he just holds his arms up like a child.
You have stilts.
Give me a lift, buddy.
You got stilts.
Well, you've got a miniature pony.
Osric, he's like, oh yeah. And he reaches down and activates the stilts. And they send him like 2 feet up into the air.
Inspector Gadget.
He's still so short. I mean, I would love to make them like give Osric a jump. Something like a jump power, but I'm not gonna go crazy trying to reinvent a magic item here. They don't. They're for looks only in this case.
Making Osric not look like such a halfling.
Abdel, you'll notice on your horse there is a note attached to the bridle that says, it just simply says they know the way home. That's all it says.
Why was this specifically on my horse?
Because that's what I rolled.
Oh. Hey guys, they know their way home.
Hey guys, hold on a second before we go. And Osric wants to look around to see if there's anybody in the area.
Excellent. All right, you've arrived via teleport. As the queasiness and vertigo of this teleport spell dissipates, you wonder if there's been a mishap. You now stand at the edge of a steep cliff that drops off before you. Just when you think you may be stranded, the magic of the pin stuck upon your breast begins working, and the cliff's side visage shimmers and evaporates, leaving you with a sorrowful image indeed. Instead of the beautifully maintained forest and perimeter wall that was boasted of before, you see a completely overgrown tangle of brush and trees, barely contained by a crumbling plaster wall. Before you lies a cobblestone road, passing through an entryway. Arching over the road atop the 15-foot gate posts is a wrought iron sign with block letters that reads Willowbrook. A light rain begins to dampen your gear, and the falling leaves fill you with the unmistakable scents of autumn. Lying in the road are 4 corpses, putrid remains of the royal detachments previously sent to investigate.
This does not look promising.
Oh, the remains?
Yes, putrid remains.
Surely they have magic items on them. What do they have, Jeff?
I don't
Well,
know.
here's-
Go check it out.
Well, so Osric has not put the pin on. And I don't know if you guys have put your pins on already, but
yeah.
Osric would have waited until we're not around the maester to caution against wearing the pins. Because he basically says, we have no idea who we can trust.
You see those bodies over there, Osric?
If I'm not wearing the pin, do I see the bodies?
No.
What do I see? Just a cliffside?
A vast open canyon upon a cliffside.
Yeah. So Osric says, "No, I don't see anything. We're just in the middle of nowhere. It's just this canyon." But I was trying. Wait, what? Wait, bodies? Do you?
I step to the edge of the cliff to where it drops off, and I step one more square to the right, and I assume to Osric I'm just floating in the air,
What do you think?
or do I just disappear?
Osric's testing a theory about these pins. He's so paranoid. He thinks that the pins might be bad for the group.
Imagine I disappear if you can't see anything in it.
Yeah, he just kind of disappears. He kind of like takes a step out, like he's almost walking on air, and then just poof, disappears.
This is powerful magic. And he looks at the pin, and he just kind of turns it over in his hand. He looks up at whoever he can see in the group. Is everybody wearing their pins except Osric?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where does Lionel put his on at?
He clipped it over the chain that he wears around his neck.
Osric sighs. All right, I'll wear it. I trust you guys. But I've got a funny feeling about all this. I don't like it. And he'll go ahead and put the pin on beneath his robes. He'll keep it concealed so that it's not easy to see if you're just looking at him.
Then you put it on, it begins to hum and glow for a moment, and the canyon and cliffside visage that you have been seeing disappears, and you see everything else that the rest of the party sees.
My God. How far away are the bodies?
Lionel's going to bend down and whisper in his horse's ear and then pat it on the butt, and it's going to trot off.
They're far enough away that you can obviously see them.
Okay.
But they're not like right there on you.
Okay. He doesn't.
So like
ride
within
animals.
60 feet?
Yeah, he doesn't ride animals, so he's not gonna.
I could speak to them.
Are they within 60 feet?
Yeah.
I will pop a divine sense. and probably instantly get a migraine. But
Hmm.
any celestial fiend or undead within 60.
That ain't behind full cover.
No, I don't believe Celestial Fiend are undead, right?
Yeah, celestial fiend or undead.
Yeah, you don't get a ping. You do get like a very this is kind of unrelated to your divine sense, but just you being a paladin, you do get that just that uneasy feeling that there is evil afoot, but your divine sense doesn't ping anything.
Okay. The hair on my scales stands up.
Mm-hmm. Your scales are standing on end.
Osric will cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Fun fact, by 9th level, my scales are more bark-like than they were dragon scales originally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, Rick.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's Osric. Osric.
Rick Oz?
Well, we should probably get started, huh?
I'm here for that reason.
What?
Hey, homeless man.
Osric
I
starts
know
walking.
you're not talking to me.
Osric starts walking away.
Osric, look at the bodies.
Yeah, he's heading up towards the first corpse.
As we're walking up, I'm gonna real quick cast aid on a few of us.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know we'll have bow in hand. Looking around constantly.
I'll tell you what. Osric will take his pin, his illusion seeing pin, and he will take it off of himself. And he's going to first he's just going to watch the transition and see how long it takes to transition, and just like try to get an idea of that. And then he's also going to pin it onto Henry the Owl. He has like a little cloth, like a little handkerchief sort of around his neck, a little sky blue handkerchief with little white dots on it. He'll pin that on, and then he'll command Henry to fly way up into the air. And Osric will use one of the features of his Find Familiar trait. He just wants to get like a bird's eye view of the area. He wants to see the sanitarium, the environment around the sanitarium. You get an idea of like if there's any fences or if there's graveyards. Osric is looking for any damage to the building, any creatures in the area.
Okay.
He's just trying to get the full scout.
Gotcha. The transition is almost instantaneous, like maybe a second at most.
Wow.
Suddenly you find yourself kind of like I would say like almost transported back to where you were essentially. At least that's what it kind of looks like. You don't see the corpses. You don't see your party members. You don't see the sanitarium or anything. You pinned the pin on Henry, and he takes off. And you get a vision or a viewpoint of his as he's flying up, but as he gets about so far away from you, suddenly your vision is cut off and you just see black. That's all you see.
Is that because of the Find Familiar spell itself?
Nope.
Or does Osric think that there's something interfering?
You have been told that there are several very powerful magics cast upon the sanitarium to protect the inhabitants from outside prying eyes.
All right. All right, come back, Henry. I'm here, buddy. And Henry will hoot and circle around, fly back down, land, and Osric will take the pin back. And he'll say to Henry, just stay close. I know things are gonna look strange while you're riding with me. Just stay close. If I tell you to run, you just run. I'll just point in a direction, all right, buddy? And Henry will just kind of, because he doesn't see what we see now. He doesn't have his own pin, so he's a little bit thrown off right now.
Yeah. While that's going on, what are the other 4 of you doing?
How many bodies are there?
4.
How dead do they look?
Very dead.
Bones or rotting?
They're putrid remains.
Okay. These are beyond my ability to bring back.
Bring back?
Yes. I know a very powerful spell. I can bring back somebody who has died very recently. Within 10 days. I would say no more.
Cool. So are you all like right up on examining the bodies, or?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. I'm not even gonna make you all roll for this because the DC is so low. Just kind of glancing over the bodies of the royal detachment that is laying before you, you notice that you're almost positive the cause of death you're able to identify in the form of numerous tiny exit wounds, suggestive of something burrowing out from the flesh.
Oh my god. This is fascinating. And Osric draws a quick sketch of one of the wounds.
Can I make a nature check to see if this is to maybe understand if I've heard of a creature that can do this?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd also like to do that, if that's possible.
Well, I'll just aid you then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll kind of like compare notes for a second. Osric will surmise something here.
Or give you guidance. Oh, I don't need to. Nice.
Yeah, 27 nature.
You're
And I have a specialty due to the ranger levels that I took. I'm acutely familiar with aberrations. Just throwing that out there.
okay. With that high of a nature check, I will say that you are almost positive that here, let me see. Okay. Yeah, you're almost positive that what caused these exit wounds are due to many ravenous flesh-eating worms that burrow through flesh, consuming as they dig.
Do these wounds appear to be post-mortem?
No. Well, it appears that. Well, I mean, you're familiar with how with some things, especially like flesh-eating worms and other bugs or whatever, will eat things that are alive, but will also continue to eat them after they have become deceased for a certain amount of time and then move on. But as you're starting to kind of piece all this together and you're wondering what in the world, a strange prickling sensation runs along your arms, shoulders, and chest, and the back of your neck. At first, it tickles, but the intensity increases until it burns. Swollen red blisters erupt from your arms. Before you can act, the burning intensifies until it feels like something chewing through muscle and tissue. Bulging, wriggling, worm-like shapes shift underneath of your skin until you literally watch your flesh crawl.
Ozark screams. He writhes. He's like, I don't know. He's like pulling his robes up so we can look at his skin.
Do we see this happen?
Abdel, the same happens to you.
Get away from the bodies. Ozark like gets down on the ground. Is there
Okay.
anything I can do?
Leonel's gonna back off a few feet.
Yeah, Genmare's gonna go stand near Leonel.
Does Ozark appear to me like things are crawling under his skin?
Yeah, what do I see on my arms?
Literally what I just said. You
Okay, so I
literally
see.
starting to see your flesh start to crawl.
Okay. Yeah, Ozark's like smacking his arm. He's flinging. He doesn't really know what to do. He's just screaming and starting to panic. But I do note that I have not rolled any saves yet.
It's a good thing because it wasn't a save.
Okay. Oh. Does it ever end?
The other three, give me a perception check.
Damn, Genmare's
Heck, did that not roll? Hold on.
Genmare perceives all.
There we go.
Okay, Genmare and Leonel, as these two are starting to freak out and, you know, going on about like their skin is crawling. Let's see. You two begin to notice a where is it? What's the word for it? Ah, damn it. A symbol hidden behind the vine, the overgrown vines near the gate entrance, faintly glow. I'll say Leonel and Genmare, you'll rush over and you'll kind of look over to it. Genmare, give me either a religion or arcana check. Your pick. Oh boy.
I was not with me on that one.
Oh boy. Leonel, I suppose you could make the same check if you want. Arcana or religion, if you're trained in either one.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not proficient in either one.
Gray Axe, you can do so because I'm sure you were you saw them kind of rush over and you're thinking to yourself, what in the world? Oh, and kind of follow behind them.
Sure.
The mark that you see, you are able to determine is almost not of the material plane and is the mark itself just resonates as evil to you.
Okay.
Almost as the focus of a hallow spell.
Hey,
Which
my divine sense would have popped.
It would
on
have
that.
if you would have been within 60 feet of the gate.
Okay.
If you would have been within 60 feet of the gate, that part would have popped.
Yeah.
Would this
Yeah.
take place on this pathway or on the road?
Oh, you're pretty much right out. You three are literally standing at the entrance, the gate entrance to this place, to the sanitary.
Well,
Actually, here.
My first instinct was to get off the road, but if we're already at the entrance, Leonel's instinct would be to get through the gate, because this is a something that's going to take. It's a defensive type thing. Need to get through the gate. That's what.
Is Osric still suffering the effect of this thing?
Yes.
All right. Osric is just kind of, I guess, just in pain. Really badly in pain and suffering from this horrible thing. So he's just kind of screaming and freaking out. I imagine he can't really focus on whatever's happening.
Is this symbol drawn on the wall with chalk or something, or does it look embedded in the stone itself?
It appears to be like magically on, like kind of placed onto the stone. You will know that you can deface and thereby deactivate this mark.
Okay. Yeah. Genmer will step back and blast it with sacred flames, scorching the wall.
A dispel the magic might work a little better if you have that.
That's okay. Well, that's a
'Cause I
level
would know-
that's a level 3 spell. I didn't want to use a level 3 spell.
This mark resembles what I recognize as a hollow spell, basically a consecrated ground or cursed ground. It will prevent certain creatures from entering its radius, and if they do manage to get in, it will deal
There it is, finally.
a significant amount of damage to their mental state and potentially physical state.
Well, if it's necessary, then yes, Genmer will dispel magic.
Okay. It wasn't linked up right, so I had to literally find this spell. Or the trap part. Abdel and Osric, you both take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Was there a save?
Ooh.
Now you can make a Constitution saving throw to attempt to terminate the effects.
Hey, I'm pretty good at those.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Did I had to take damage first?
Do what?
14 points of damage?
Yes, 14 points of necrotic damage.
All right. And there was no save for the damage?
No, it was basically an attack roll.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Here's the save. I don't know why it rolled with advantage.
Hold on, let me see. Let's find out.
I think my bravery is calculated wrong. I'm just going to remove that entirely. Unless it's a fear effect.
It's not.
All right, I'll just roll it again straight up. And I will push that with my arcane deflection. This gives me an extra 4 points to the save as a reaction. So a total of 17.
Okay. Excuse me. You manage to also shake off the effects as you start to see these worms kind of like enter, like not enter, but exit out of your body, kind of, and kind of fall to the ground as you're able to kind of pull yourself together and kind of like force them out. The two of you will, however, take an additional 1 point of damage.
Okay.
99 hit points.
Oh, under 100, you say?
Necromancer casts Finger of Death.
Somebody suddenly pops up and goes, oh.
Osric sputters and coughs and moves away from the bodies. Just stay clear, stay clear. Stay clear of them. They're
Adele starts running away.
I couldn't stop it from happening. It just he's like rubbing his arms. Is he actually wounded, or was this some kind of hallucination thing?
Oh, no, you were actually wounded.
Okay,
it was
so
a hallucination. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see the other 3 members of your party over near the gateway or the gate frame or whatever you want to call it, working to eliminate some type of arcane marking on there. And as you're running up to there, you see them working to deface this this magical ward, if you will. There on the other gatepost, you see a similar one starting to glow as well.
Can I try and identify it?
Sure. Same as before.
Was that an arcana?
Arcana or religion?
All right, I'll do arcana. Here comes the roll. Okay, 22.
You will also be able to determine that this mark is not entirely of this material plane. The mark is associated with the dark tapestry.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this would be a good time for me to tell you that Osric can understand some unique languages as a result of his training as a monster slayer. Osric understands deep speech, which is the language of beholders, and he also understands Aklo. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
Okay.
So, yeah. Would he be able to discern any additional meaning based on his knowledge of those languages?
Not entirely. You kind of get the sense that it might be eldritch in nature, but you know it is not of this material plane.
Is it activating? Does it appear threatening?
It appears to be glowing, just like the other one is, that the 3 of them are working to deface and deactivate.
Okay. So I can't really read it then, I guess. Osric will cast Mage Hand, and he will come within 30 feet of this glowing glyph.
Okay.
He'll ask the boys. He'll say, "Hey guys, are you guys making any headway? I don't like the looks of these. They're from a different plane of existence. They shouldn't be here. They don't belong here. There's something absolutely dangerous happening here, and you need to be on your guard. How's it coming over there?"
It's explaining to Gidmare what the spell is that is on this gate.
And it takes them no more than a minute to deface, and you start to see the rune or this ward kind of start to the light of it starts to fade and kind of flutter, and then it just dissipates and the ward fades.
Both of them, or just the one?
The one that they were working on. Yours, if you're using your mage hand. Wow. Also takes you about a minute. So it's about 20 seconds after they complete theirs, and that you manage to deactivate your rune, or ward. I don't know why I keep saying rune. And
Were they
You
flanking the gate?
do what?
Were they flanking like either side of a gate, or
Yes.
like where are they? Okay, okay.
They were on each gate post.
And I couldn't discern what their purpose was with my role.
Probably to keep people out would be your guess. Almost like, a glyph of warding almost.
A glyphofa.
A glyph of
Somebody, whoever put this here, has knowledge of a dark dimension. It seems this sanitarium has fallen into evil hands. We need to be extremely careful, boys. These glyphs, they can do many different things. They could have set off some kind of magical attack. It could have been why I was assailed by those worms. I was lucky to get away from it just in time. It didn't really do that much damage, but it hurt like hell.
Judas.
And it might have alerted whoever put them there as well. So we've got to proceed as though if there's a hostile force inside, then they know we're coming. We just need to be very careful. We should stay in the shadows. Get in and get out. This place is humongous.
Yes.
The God speaks in your head, yes.
Yes. Let's see. Z-map. Okay.
You must now stay within 30 feet of Lionel. All one, everyone. And he waves his hand and casts pass without a trace on everybody.
Jesus.
Well, on me actually, but it's
Anyone within 30 feet of you.
you have to be within 30 feet of me.
All right.
Learned that one from Verm.
You know, I've learned quite a bit from you, Lionel, in the art of not being seen or heard. I can be very silent when I need to be nowadays.
That is good to know, but this spell will ensure it. Plus, no one will be able to trace or track our steps as we move about.
Aye, that is critical. There are things that lie beyond the understanding of most people. The average person in Waterdeep never even thinks about what exists outside the walls of the city, much less the walls of their reality. We are dealing with those types of things here. If what I saw in the glyphs is to be believed.
Yes.
You have to put the pass without a trace effect on us too, Lorca.
Yep. Well, it doesn't give me the option, but doesn't even put it on me. That's weird.
Yeah, I can do it. I can
do
set
it.
it up for us.
I'll just drag and drop it on everybody, I guess. Well, are we going to have a map?
You will eventually, yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I don't know how it's going to work if somebody gets out of the 30 feet. It'll still have it on them.
Yeah. I was just curious as well who's staying within 10 feet of me.
Right.
We're all
As
huddled
you
around.
begin to approach, or you enter through the gates after dealing with the protective glyphs that you come across, an immense 3-story manor comes into view. You see it is as dilapidated as the front gate. Once white rendering on the outer walls is now a dark mix of yellow and green mold, while moss gathers on the slate roofs. The marble adorning the front steps and entry is pitted and dull. and the glass behind every barred window has been broken and fitted with misshapen pieces of wood, which seem to have been hastily nailed over their enclosures.
Is it? There's no. Are there any lights or?
Okay. Thick roils of wood smoke drift down through the still air from one of the 8 chimneys and envelop the area like a veil. Everyone can make me a perception check, please. Every one of you can barely make out over the droning sound of the rain an occasional shriek, some maniacal laughter, and occasionally the tinking sound of a piano being played one key at a time slowly. Except for the double doors at the front entrance, which you see before you, or up ahead of you, I should say. Every means of access to this building, from what you can see, appears to have been barricaded shut.
Oh,
To the front door.
Something tells Lionel we are not in Waterdeep anymore.
Let me in.
You want to make our way around the building first? See if there's any other ways in. We should have an idea of what we can find the best way in.
By all means, if you want to, I'll wait out front.
Is that working right? Oh yeah, I guess it is. Jesus.
I'm wearing plate armor, so yeah.
I have a plus 23 to stealth. What?
Yeah, you did roll 40.
That is correct. That's my number. That's amazing.
That's a Davos Ashenwolf kind of roll.
Osric just goes invisible.
Pretty much.
Oh wow, we do have a map. This place is huge.
The map.
Judas.
It is big.
Yes, it is a very large map.
It is very big.
Very big. Okay. So, let's see. Combat tracker. Here we go. And bam. There you all are. Arrange yourselves accordingly, please.
Just like old times, boys.
I blame Danny for this character token.
Yes, there's an inside joke. Abdel is dressed up like Spider-Man right now.
Sure.
It's an inside joke. So just,
With letters that nobody can read, but we know what it says.
I sure do. Okay. So, party. What do you do?
Well, I recommend we take a look around the outside before we go barreling in. To get an idea of how, the perimeter of the building.
Why not?
Very well. I will sit here. I'm not very sneaky, so if you're trying to be quiet looking around the back, I'm no good. And I plop my fat dragonborn ass down on the steps and take a seat.
I'm of no use in that department either. So I wish you the best of luck, but I would do well to stay here as well.
Oh, this is good. You two. If we see anybody, on the inside and they try to make a break for it coming out here, they'll run into you two. So, you just give us a holler and we'll come running right back. But,
Steel wall, might I say.
it's not a good idea to wait alone, Sir Greyax. So I'm very glad Genmer has volunteered to hang out with you. We'll be right back, okay?
3 weeks in hell, my young friend. I'm sure this is nothing.
Oh, please.
Osric just kind of shudders. You must see something in your eyes that has changed.
Famous last words.
Well, how about it, Lionel, shall we? Traipse off into the tulips together.
Remember to stay within 30 feet of Lionel.
Am I just out of this situation in general?
Osric nods, and he pulls a hood up over his head, and he pulls out his short bow. Lionel, now that you're closer, you can definitely tell that he has somehow procured some of your fur and incorporated it into his short bow. And he starts moving away.
That's really creepy.
That's, as I said, that's not creepy at all.
Lionel will stand there looking as Osric.
I guess
Goes
the
away.
boys are just going to be boys in front of the manor.
So Osric will head off to the corner. He's trying to get an idea of what it what it looks like down this way.
Down this way, you can see the path, or not the path, the area surrounding the sanitarium. It looks very dilapidated. From what you can see, just by glancing down, that even on this side, it appears all windows have been boarded up, barricaded. Entrance and exit points have been sealed off.
Osric will turn back and he'll use his message cantrip to whisper this information back to everybody in turn. He'll just say,
A long stretch of building, boarded up windows. There's a set of stairs about 60 feet away.
he'll just whisper that to the group one by one. And then, seeing Lionel has not followed him, Osric will just wait here on the corner and just kind of wave a hand and beckon Lionel forward. And then he'll turn back and kind of point his short bow down this stretch of terrain, as if to cover you.
Okay.
That's as far as he's going to go because he remembers the 30-foot circumference of the spell.
Okay. Osric will slink around, and he's checking each window as he goes. He's kind of moving in this really quiet, slinky, tactical manner. He points his arrow up, and then he moves and does like a little semicircle around each of the windows, just trying to look inside if he can. And then he will sweep around and point it behind him, and then he'll point back to the window, and he's just doing this all in a really smooth, fluid motion as he makes his way towards these steps. It seems like he's practiced this 100 times. He's no longer clumsy or foolish at all. Like, he is absolutely in the moment right now. He moves up this way to get an idea of if there's anything to the north right above these steps, or if it's a door right there. I can't tell.
Yes, it appears to be a set of locked iron doors. You will notice as you're beginning to, I guess, explore more of the actual building itself. You can tell that the walls are very thick stone walls that are laid with plaster. All doors and like bars over the windows are thick iron.
Wow.
All right. Osric, can I see anything beyond these stairs to the right?
Yes, you can. Hold on. Oop. You can see that the building continues on for quite a while.
Someone has has taken the time to carve the topiaries to form the name of the place. That
Yes,
is
they have.
quite a feat of arborism, if I do say so myself.
I agree.
He'll step around, and then he will, seeing nothing seemingly off to the east. Osric will head up to the door, and then he will put away his short bow for a moment. He's gonna scan the door for vulnerabilities, see if it is trapped, see if it is locked. Just gauge the door.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Oh, terrible roll.
You don't detect that the door is trapped. You do, however, are able to tell or to discern that the door is locked.
All right. Does it look like it could be forced? Osric has a +8 in Thieves' Tools, but if it's way too rusted or something, then he might disregard it for now.
You are able to theorize that it is locked and probably also locked again from inside.
Gotcha.
So
And
it
Osric-
may be possible to essentially break your way through this door, but it would be very difficult.
Oh, I can tell when a building is trying to keep me out. Besides, there's already an open door on the far end. It seems like someone's trying to funnel us in a certain specific way.
Osric will cast message again. He'll target Lionel. He'll say,
All clear so far. This door's locked. I'm not gonna bother picking it. We should keep moving around the corner.
and he will hop down off the steps and wait for Lionel to advance.
Does Lionel know how this spell works?
Yes.
Can you go spell back?
You can, I think you can reply. Here's the message. You can reply in a whisper.
Whoa, hey there.
Reply with a whisker. That only Osric can hear, so you can whisper back to him. The range is 120 feet. It goes around corners and stuff, so I think we're still within range here.
You are outside of my pass without a trace.
Yeah, Osric.
Vulnerable.
Osric will message back. He'll say,
Are you coming with me? Thought we were gonna do this together.
Lionel's going to go over to the group and say that Osric wants us to follow him around the outside of the building.
While this is happening and you are messaging Lionel, Osric, you start to feel like the ground start to shake and you start to hear like some muffled moaning. It seems like it's coming from the ground as you see three what you can only discern as undead figures rise up out of the ground and begin to start trying to claw at you.
oh my god. Can I react right now?
Sure. You can roll advantage or not roll advantage. Shit. What's the word? Initiative. There we go.
Oh my. Okay. Everybody or just Osric?
I will say definitely you. I would, everybody can, but everybody else will essentially be like a round behind, because what I'm going to say is they pop up at you as you're messaging Lionel, and in the middle of your message, you'll be like, "Oh crap," and basically relay the message to them.
Got it.
So like they can move, but there's not really a whole lot that they can do. It's kind of like a surprise round for them, essentially. Here, let me do this.
Can't believe I nat 20'd my initiative roll. I remember Grey Axe was always on the bottom of initiative.
You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
Yeah, but you got advantage, man.
Now. Then Lionel has to show us up like always.
Classic Lionel.
Honestly.
I wouldn't want it any other way, though. He's the best.
Instant death.
Instant death!
God, I remember how amazing those moments were.
Yes.
Osric is in trouble. We should go to him.
No. I refuse. My wig will get dirty.
Take it off and store it in your pack. You big girl's blouse.
But my wig of protection.
Then it will protect you. Come, let us go.
Let's see. Oh boy. Okay. I will say, bam. Yeah, Osric, you can definitely see these guys.
Okay.
Hold on, let me move the map for stream, essentially. Believe that should be fine. Yeah, good enough. Okay. This undead looking deal rises out and comes to slash its claws at you. That is what, number 3, so it will just go right there because half squares. That is a miss. Second attack will slash at you as well. And oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
And we're starting.
Oh! Just.
Osric. Hey, maybe that'll make him remember everything he forgot.
Well, right in the kisser.
Right. Okay, let's see.
We did not get like an extra feat at first level or anything, did we?
No.
Okay.
Because right now he would choose to take alert.
Yeah, you take 7 slashing damage and
Because Gloomstalker Ranger, you can't be surprised anymore.
9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Do I have to type that in manually?
Yeah, for some reason it's not. I can't just add it.
I gotta pull my calculator out.
It's
I
not
got
working.
it.
Just add 9 back.
Never do math
There
on
you go.
stream.
I got it. And that's its turn. Lionel.
All right, he is going to, as I said before, tell the party that Osric is in danger. We must go to help him. And I think it was right there. That's 30 feet to keep them within the spell radius. And that will be his turn. He does have his bow out already.
Okay.
That is it.
Yenmare will full move 60 feet.
All right.
30.
Oh crap! I completely forgot. We're supposed to have giveaways
Sick.
tonight.
6.
Oh,
Whoops.
TPK Games.
Yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot about it.
It was a surprise.
Tell me more.
With a small fee of one Praetor ticket, you can get a giveaway item.
There it is. They move crap
And if you
around.
miss out on the giveaway, you could always go to their website at tpkgames.com.
Yeah. 1 second while you all are going through your first round of combat here.
Listen, Oscar, your life isn't as important as these dice.
Oh, I get that all the time. What I tell myself every morning when
I shouldn't have went and looked at these dice because now I want to buy a couple.
All right. First set will be the Red Flame Skull dice from TPK.
Skull of Red Flame?
Yeah, right. 0, 1.
Red Flame.
There you go.
Dice, and more dice.
It's open to anybody. So by all means, have at it.
Are there any metal dice in tonight's auction?
I'm not entirely sure. I believe one set might be.
I didn't type that right. There we go.
I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket then.
Yeah, there's sharp edge precision dice. There's some colossal size dice.
Ooh.
Some others. So. There you go. All right, cool. So Grax, what are you doing?
Grax is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet. And that's his turn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did it actually add us into the giveaway? Because typically it says confirmation.
I think Duff took the confirmation thing away because it was like overloading chat. But yeah, you and Jeff are in it right now.
I think you're in it because it did tell you put too many tickets in.
Well, I did that thing, but
okay, number 2. We'll do the same. Osric will slash at you.
ooh, those are pretty.
A moment. Osric will use a reaction. He's going to use his arcane deflection to give himself an extra 2 AC, just narrowly turning that into a miss. I think like my AC goes from 20 to 22.
Okay.
Just for that attack.
Okay. But, second attack is a miss. Osric, your turn.
Yeah, Osric will, he just grits his teeth. He doesn't, in this moment, he doesn't panic. There's this steely confidence now. He will use a bonus action. He'll spend his cunning action to disengage. What size are these creatures?
Medium.
All right. Osric is small, and as a stout halfling, he can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than him. So he's just going to run. He's just going to say, nope, not today. And he's just going to scoot right by these guys and just run. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then he's going to move again, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, straight towards Grayax and then lean off towards the wall. And he's just going to point his arm and say, kill them. And that's as far as he can get. He'll pass his turn to Abdel.
My pink wig.
Abdel, it's your turn.
That would be 40 feet.
This big lumbering giant man just Gong, gong, gong. I love it so much.
And I will use an action to dash for another 40 feet. And that is... I mean, do I do it?
I think the night is young.
I do too.
And I feel like we might not get a chance to chill.
No, now that you're in the fun place, no.
We might not get a chance to chill. We might not even get a short rest out of this one.
No. You know, I'll wait. That's the end of my turn.
It's like Leonidas looking back at his queen, and the queen like shook her head yes, and then he kicked the dude. Except this time you look at Osric, and Osric's like,
Not yet. Not yet, big guy. Save it.
That's a miss. That's a hit.
Auto miss. Breaks a finger.
And
Ow.
8 necrotic damage.
Okay. I'm immune to necrotic. It's not true whatsoever.
No, it's not. Let's see, number 3.
Not yet.
Starts shambling over
Yet.
this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll attack at you too, because you're right there.
I'm a barbarian.
That's unfortunate.
Damn.
So you gonna hit his friend?
No.
Boo.
You don't want to suck his friend's blood instead of mine?
He's not trying to drain you of blood. Take 10 necrotic.
Okay.
And that's his turn, Lino.
He'll come down here. Not that that's going to make any difference. As soon as I attack, I think that goes away. Not mistaken. Okay. Anyway, Lionel raises his bow, pulls back on a string, and he will fire at this guy here. Get 2 actions. And take a second shot. Oh, what?
No, I was going to say, I believe a dirty 20 hits.
Yeah, and he will pull back again on the bowstring and let what appears to be nothing fly.
fascinating.
Ooh, that is a miss.
All right.
That is unfortunate.
Quite unfortunate.
That is it.
Get there.
I am going to move 30 feet. There we go. And I will cast Sacred Flame on Creature 1. Let's see. Just drag the attack onto it.
Should be able to, yeah.
Click on it, click attack. Oh, save, excuse me. There we go. It succeeded.
What was that, Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Yeah, he doesn't take any damage.
They were stuck cantrips.
Unfortunate. Let's see, I still have a bonus action, I think. I will. Huh. Well, Genmer does not have that many bonus action abilities.
I wonder why.
That's it, I guess.
All
Grey
right.
Axe, do better than I did.
Yes.
Said that's the plan, brother.
Brother.
Brother. The roles are
We're-
reversed for this one. He's the cleric and you're the paladin.
Yeah, we're brothers in arms.
Oh no.
This man says a crit.
Creature number 3, I
He
do
does.
have an auto crit, so we're gonna pump a first level of smite into it. Because
Oh my
when
God.
you get crits, you gotta smite.
Jeff.
There's
Mm.
no other option here. Modifier. Or here we go. Critical. And divine smite. I throw the effect on me, correct?
Yes.
And then damage. Oh, that's not the right thing. Drop. Damage. That is dead creature.
Yep.
Yeah.
Since only 2 people have entered the giveaway, I'm going to enter it then.
Heck
Why
yeah.
not? Get yourself some dice.
All right. Might as well. Yay.
So creature 3 just gets absolutely
Eviscerated.
like rammed. Yeah, radiant energy. Just he's done. And then we'll come over to creature 1 for attack number 2.
For another crit, right? No.
No, just a hit. I won't be dumping a smite into this. So why did that grab the con? Try that again. There we go. What the hell is going on? Drag that. Thank you. Okay. 12 damage.
It's beef.
The beef.
And that is going to be, I believe, quick bonus actions. Yeah, no, nothing really worth doing there. So that's gonna be my turn.
Excellent. Osric and Grey Axe, you begin to start hearing the screams and like wails of agony from within the building itself starting to get louder.
Put in my
There,
earplugs.
Holy shit.
I'm used to these noises.
Okay, buddy. What kind of suit shop do you run?
Suit.
Hat shop.
Hat.
No, he
Yes.
doesn't sell hats.
I sell wigs and
Nice.
wig accessories only.
A wig's a hat.
It's a fancy hat.
And 8 points of necrotic damage as well.
Damn, I'm not immune to necrotic damage yet.
Yeah.
You're never immune to it.
Nope.
Osric, your turn.
Okay, so Osric, these guys run past, they start fighting, and then Osric kind of wheels around, and then he gets himself a shot, and he'll take fire at one of these things. Actually, can I make a knowledge check and try to identify these things?
At best, you would be able to get some basic information unless you literally spend your entire turn trying to discern
Okay.
something from them.
All right, I'll just take a shot.
Believe a 31 hits.
31 hit.
Yeah, I think so.
It's called Straight Arrow. I'm done with you, Ben.
Yeah. Yep. The bow is called Straight Arrow. That's not something you guys.
It's weird. That's borderline obsessive. Do you sit in a
Yeah, it
dark
really
room and put
is.
candles around it?
Yeah, this immaculate short bow has been affixed with Lionel's own fur to imbue it with magical quality, and that is why it's a +1 short bow that Osric basically made through will
sick.
alone.
Hey, Lionel, please give me more hair.
It's like little bits and pieces that he found up in the belfry where Lionel used to live.
All right.
Hang on, I just damage out. I'm just trying to learn one of my new skills here. Okay. Yeah, it's too late for that. Here comes damage.
Hey.
As it's 5, 10.
You just
20.
hit me with that.
I did?
No, you don't.
No, never mind. I was scrolled up. My bad.
Okay. And it died. Woo-hoo! And then as a
Mute your
bonus sorry, what?
I said, Jaff, mute your mic.
Yep. Sorry about that.
As a bonus action, Osric will study the other creature, and he'll enact his Slayer's Prey ability. So on his next turn, he can deal an extra d6 damage to it.
Cool.
And then he'll pass his turn.
All right, I'm done.
I'm about to
One
ruin
remaining.
this whole man's career. I have a crit fumble for the first attack.
Okay.
And then I swing again.
You hit
9.
for 9.
And I am not that's it.
Mm. All right.
I will not ruin this man's career just yet.
Lionel.
Okay, he is going to cast Hunter's Prey on himself and Hunter's Mark also. First level spell. Pull back on the bowstring and let fly. That's first turn, second turn, same thing.
That is it. And bam! You
Oh my
destroyed
God.
it.
Osric's eyes are just filled with wonder just watching you back in action.
This guy is so creepy now.
He was kind
Grayax.
of creepy to begin with.
Yes.
From the other side of one of the boarded windows to the north of you, you hear kind of a hushed but almost frantic female's voice. Like, what are you doing out there? Get to the front door now. And then takes off.
Hey, guys, I just got told by somebody inside we need to go to the front door. I'm gonna start walking.
As good a plan as any, my scaled
Imagine that,
companion.
Go to the front door instead of the side doors.
Should we knock? Use the doorbell, perhaps?
What about the plan? We were gonna sweep the perimeter, and
Nah.
you're just gonna blindly trust someone who's yelling at you like that? That's
Osric,
too
we're
dangerous.
not
Hello.
paranoid like you.
Well, Osric, if this place still has some living people tending to it, it'd be best not to upset them.
Osric looks back to the far east, all the way down this wall. His curiosity is screaming at him, but he can't go alone. So he comes running in the direction of Lionel.
All right.
Listen to me, little one. You pull a stunt like that again, I will gut you myself.
Ooh.
Listen, Lionel.
Don't
Listen,
you talk to me.
you were supposed to be there with me. You let me go all by myself. I thought we were gonna go together.
What is that on the bow you have there?
What?
You heard me. On your bow, what is it?
It's magic.
It is wrong. That is what it is.
What it helps me shoot straighter.
On top of all of your paranoia and your obsessions.
What?
You pull that one more time, I swear.
This
On
is
my
this
father's
has kept me
grave, I
alive.
will gut you. Do you hear me?
This has kept me alive, Lionel. In dangerous times, I've been alone for a long time. You all disappeared. I couldn't find any of you after what happened to the bar. And by the way, Well, where did you guys go? Where did you guys go for so long? I couldn't find any of you for years. Years, apparently, it's been. I thought it was only a matter of months. This here, and he points to his to his bow, and it's not like nasty and matted fur. It's like it's been immaculately cared for, and it's a very small amount, but like you can definitely see it.
Genmare is. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Genmare is going to politely step in. He's going to say, Leonel, please leave the boy alone for now. We should get out of the rain lest we catch an illness. It's best to talk about this inside.
Step up to the door and knock with my heavy steel gauntlet.
You barely make contact with it before you start to hear some shuffling behind the door. And it kind of peeks open, and you see just faintly what appears to be like a very exhausted female before you. She's what in the hells are you all doing out there?
We were fighting.
That is a good question. Why don't you answer that one, Osric?
Well, we came here to save you. I think you're clearly under some sort of attack. There are zombies or something running about on your fields, and there are dead men at your gates. This place is being attacked by spirits from another world. Let us in. Are you in danger?
Danger? Danger? Look around. This entire place is now danger. Who are you?
We've been sent by. And then he wants to reach for his notebook, but he knows that the information's not there. Because he doesn't know the name of the king. I don't think we got told the name of the king. We've been sent by very powerful people to come and check up on this sanitarium, and we're looking for a specific occupant named Bernard. We've come to check on his health, and people have been sent here over the course of some time to do that very thing, and they've not come back to report, and sure as shit, they're out there at your gate, and they're dead. They've been infested with worms, and well, we're here to set things right. We're your allies, I hope.
Well, you've managed to find this place, so obviously somebody told you where it was and gave you the means in order to see it, if you catch my drift. Were you passed along any paperwork?
Pulls out the orders that we have, or like the king's decree of officership.
Okay, you hand it to her. She looks it over. Oh, very well. Yes, Berard. Anyway, hands it back. The double doors begin to open just enough to frame the face of a haggard old crone who must be at least 6 feet tall. Her gray hair has been pulled back into a tight bun, and she is dressed conservatively in a high-collared black uniform. Trembling in her left hand is a lit candle. She looks at you all with a very stern gaze. Do exactly as I say. She commands, stay close behind me, keep your eyes straight ahead, and make no sudden moves until we have crossed the lobby. Is that clear?
Yes.
Crystal.
With that warning, she opens up the door, leads you inside. As soon as the last member gets inside the door, she will shut the door and kind of barricade it back up or whatever. And that is where we're going to take a quick, like maybe 2-minute break because I really have to pee.
Me too.
So we will be right back.
That's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Setting up shop. We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're going to call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
that would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
Yeah, we will then. We're going to have shirts made. I got to get their portraits all put together, and we're going to have merchandise.
Oh my god.
This is going to be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium, parentheses, we don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
kidding me.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around.
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing,
Go ahead
right?
and clip that one, guys. And you send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, and I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Hello everybody, we have returned. And for those that are unaware, we currently have a dice giveaway from our lovely friends over at Total Party Kill Games. So if you want to get in on that one, you have about 10-15 seconds to exclamation ticket, get entered into the drawing, because I'm about to draw a winner, and then start the next one. So, woohoo!
It's just like the rest. If you win one, you're not allowed to go into the other ones.
I personally don't care, but
Yoggers.
I don't care because yeah. Oh look, there's a J.
Came for the dice.
The yellow cubes.
The flame skulls.
Yes. All right. So that being said, it's been going for 18 and a half minutes. We'll go ahead and close the giveaway now. Draw a wiener. Wow. Apparently I won.
It's rigged.
Yeah, rigged, right?
That's not
I'll draw
embarrassing.
another winner. Kinsey. Congratulations. You won.
Hey,
Ain't no way.
Congratulations on the dice.
ain't no fucking way.
Ain't no
Ain't
fucking
no
way.
way.
Our giveaway is complete. And okay, whatever. Giveaways. Now the next one. Oh, let's do.
Well, at least you can't feel like the victim now.
Yeah, right. Brown Demon's Eye.
Oh no, that was mean.
I'm gonna get so many cards against me now. Well, Jane,
And
make it
bam.
what you want. We
There you
just blindly followed a lady into her mansion.
Brown demon eye.
Yes.
Gotta go look that stuff up now.
Those Starcore metal dice are awesome.
This is like very beholder-esque dice, or
There
like
you go.
Man, it's your kind of dice.
yeah, very beholder-esque, or
Oh, it's the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the Eye of
Sauron. I couldn't think of the damn name.
Dude, where was Gondor when the Westfold fell?
Anyway. All right. As you begin to get led inside, uh-oh. Abdel, you got disadvantage.
Yeah, it's fine. I was about to go.
Yeah, he had that coming.
Yep. In better times, this massive room may have greeted guests with comfortable opulence. Now, as the nurse forces the doors wide enough to permit passage into its squalid chamber, you struggle to control the overwhelming urge to vomit and flee. As daylight cuts into the room, dozens of shaved, emaciated invalids of every race shuffle away, their hands raised as if to repel the brightness. They slink back into darker portions of a cavernous hall, redolent with the stench of rot, decay, and squalor. Flecks of dried urine and dung rise in the air with every footfall as the old woman guides you past piles of broken furniture toward a central hallway opposite the entrance. From the corner of your eye, you bear witness to a full spectrum of behavior. A dwarven woman sits quietly, humming children's songs. Two humans viciously attack each other over a scrap of cloth. A halfling edges towards you, pleading for help, while another uses a table leg to repeatedly strike the head of an unconscious elf. Her eyes fixated on the widening gash forming across the face skull. Some patients are clothed in sodden nursery gowns or stained bed sheets, while others stand completely nude. All, however, are covered in their own waste. As soon as your group enters the hallway, a hairless wretch, who very much resembles one of the patients, bars a heavy iron door behind you. Regaining some sense of comfort, you begin to process what just transpired when the crone speaks again. My name is Velanals, and I am the head nurse of the Willowbrook Sanitarium.
Well, you guys.
Can we get that name in chat, please?
We're inside now, right?
Yep. Oh, damn it. If I could take.
Thank you. Nurse, this facility isn't at all what was described to us. What happened here? Why is everything so terrible?
I honestly wish I knew the answer to that. I honestly have no idea. Things started, strange happenings just started out of nowhere. Like, nobody can explain it.
Grey Axe.
Yes.
Have you anything to say about these living conditions? I know how I feel.
Despicable.
Can we get these people out of here? We should evacuate this whole place. It's a lot worse than just the living conditions. It's the hostility.
This is an asylum, is it not?
Yes, it is. And do you think that we have not tried to evacuate everyone?
Why would you evacuate the mentally sick, the public?
Well, my reason being is that this place is too dangerous right now for anyone to live. And look at the living conditions. like Genmar said, this place it would be condemned if it wasn't being invaded by otherworldly creatures, as I well suspect is happening.
You said that you spent some time in hell, yes? I can't imagine that it was much different than what we're seeing now.
Oh, there are many layers to hell. Few I went on were nicer than others, minus the company.
Well, if Krax does make a solid point, it would be dangerous to attempt to evacuate all of these ill people at once.
Putting them into the public would pose a greater risk than leaving them in here to fight each other.
But maybe if we can get to the bottom of what started all of this, we can reverse it.
This widespread of a... Actually, I'll ask the Nurse Knowles. The gate outside, was that your people's doing with the hollow spell?
Hollow spell? She...
Very well.
She looks at you confusedly. I do not know what... I am not trained in any form of magical arts. I have no clue as to who would have put anything like that out at the gate.
So there is no one in this administration here that possesses the arcane needs to cast.
No, we're not arcane people per se. I mean, which may sound confusing considering the powerful magics placed on this particular location to protect it from outside prying eyes. But I can assure you that, to my knowledge, Jeff, mute.
Sorry, I'm done. Yeah.
To my knowledge, none of the senator or the staff are capable of any arcane or divine means. We are like we're scholarly trained for
by the book.
By the book, yes. Myself and Dr. von Schrugel are we're you can tell she knows she is completely overwhelmed, but she is fiercely loyal to her subjects and to the duties of her job. Oh, Lord Gosumba, thanks for the raid. There's the notification. There we go. Cool. How's it going, Jay? How was your stream?
Raid.
Raid. We don't know. I mean, there's a possibility that the doctor's operations could be the root cause of the incurables or those too insane or catatonic to save. But
no, this was a known doing. It costs a great amount of money to put such a spell on an object or area.
Right.
So somebody or something has definitely played their hand inside of this asylum.
Right.
Did not want people coming.
I mean, that would make sense. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know. The only person I could possibly think that could have done such a thing really would be if the doctor somehow was studying some type of magics or arcane studies. Without my knowledge, I have been absolutely overwhelmed with what has been going on here. As she just kind of like points towards the door that you all came through. The undead and strange creatures just pop up out of nowhere. There's just strange happenings that just basic logic cannot explain. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what to expect one moment to the next.
This doctor, where can we speak with him? Where is he located?
That is a good question.
Yes, we've got the passage of the king. The Lord of the Realm. We've come with a twofold mission. One of which is to check in on the well-being of one of your patients. His name is Bernard. I think his name is Bernard. And then the other one is to determine, what the source of all of the dismay and interruption of your calm, peaceful life is causing you to not be able to, to communicate with the outside world. And it's clear from the little investigation that I've done here so far that there is great evil at work here, and we really need to scour this facility and put an end
to it. Right. Excuse me. Bernard, you're here to check on the Duke.
Aye, he was a Duke.
Duke Bernard is a curious fellow. He loves pretending he is someone else. We gave him a
What
battery
we
of
heard.
tests, but found nothing medically wrong with him. We attribute this behavior to acute escapism to avoid his duties to the crown. The thing is, Berard has become a master of mimicry. He maintains an entire gallery of personalities he can assume whenever he wants. After the records room caught fire and most of the records were destroyed, the Duke was misplaced during the second mass transfer of patients to more secure portions of the hospital.
Mass transfer.
Yes.
Misplaced?
Yes, that is a more fancy way of saying we don't know where he is.
Oh,
You
dear.
lost the Duke.
You lost a patient.
Misplaced. He's somewhere on the ground still. We're very positive. The problem is, we don't know his exact whereabouts or what identity he currently presents.
Does this identity change appearance?
Or can you change your appearance? Well, no offense,
cannot.
maybe not. Then he kind of she looks to the other, I guess like or the more like actual humanoid-ish looking party members. A disguise kit can do wonders, can it not?
Well,
So can a wig.
Does he have access to a disguise kit? Do you let him have access to things that you know he's going to abuse? He's going to try to get into these characters that he portrays, and having access to something like disguises and wigs and stuff, it could be bad for his mental health.
Readily available kit? No. Would he be able to fashion something out of whatever he can find here on the grounds? Possibly, I don't know.
You telling me he's wearing someone's face?
Well, who does know? Who is really in charge here? Because it seems to me that even if there wasn't some sort of alien invasion befalling this place, you have lost control of your facility and you're losing patients. And if the king found out about this, who knows what he would do to you or the whole sanitarium? This is incredibly irresponsible, highly irregular.
How do we know you're not the dude?
With the next person in charge.
If you think you can do a better job, then by all means, you can take my position, and I will gladly leave this hellhole.
No, that's something the Duke would say.
You're just going to give up on all these people?
Oh, no.
You can't leave them alone in this horrible realm? I'll bet the only reason you haven't left yet is because you're afraid for your life.
No. The only reason I haven't left is because we can't.
Please elaborate on that.
So you tried already, Duke?
Did you not see the bodies outside of the sanitarium near the gates? Not just the 4 from the King's Royal Guard that came to check up on things, supposedly. I don't know. They never made it past the gate.
Well, they didn't make it past the gate because of the warding spells.
Yes, and there are also wards preventing people from leaving.
Oh, that will be something to deal with on our exit.
My question still hasn't been answered. Are you the Duke?
No, I'm not the Duke.
Prove it.
Insight check.
Do you have any pictures or sketches or anything we can go off of the Duke's most common disguises?
I mean, I could give some basic descriptions. Like I said, when the record room caught fire, she's like, how long... Diokor, how long ago was it that the records room caught fire? And the wretched looking person that kind of shut the door when everybody entered in and kind of barred it up, turns around and is like, nurse, I don't remember. It was, That time just kind of seems to drag on forever now. It has been a while. Any information regarding just pretty much any of our patients, including the Duke, went up in flames when that area of the hospital caught flame.
Can the Duke disguise himself as a female?
No more than if, and she points over to not Grax, to Ginmare, no more than if he was to wear a dress and put on makeup. If you mean by magical means, no, not that we are aware of.
His height, is he, as tall as me? I'm 6'1".
Is he as tall as me?
My friend here.
No, he's probably about average height.
How tall is the nurse?
Human?
About as tall as Grey Axe.
So a little shorter than Grey Axe would be average height considered.
Yes.
And he's human?
Yes.
Well, I suppose if you don't know where he's at, we have no choice but to go room by room in search of him, unless you've already done that.
Well, we'll have to check every single person. He could be pretending to be someone else who's sick with a different situation. Has anybody else turned up missing? Well, what if he's taking their place or something? What if he's a killer of some kind?
He's pretending to be a nurse.
The situation is completely out of control. We've got to find a way to start sequestering people. But enough about that. What about the invasion? All of the goings on outside these walls. The Duke is what's going to get us paid. It's what brought us here. But there's something far more dangerous. If this magical contamination reaches beyond these walls, beyond these lands, Waterdeep could be in danger. The whole world, for all we know. Where is the person that you were telling us about, the doctor? Does he have an office? Is there a basement? You need to start telling us about this place.
Yeah, Duke.
Yeah, take off your mask, you damn liar.
Yeah, how do we know you're telling the truth, nurse?
Osric punches her in the belly.
Oh my god!
Are you sure you want to do that?
No.
You want to punch a Duke?
No, punch her in the belly.
Okay.
How do we know? How do we know you're actually a female?
Yeah.
I got it.
Let's not go there.
Duff.
Abdel, no. Abdel, down boy. Down boy.
What?
Think about that Griffin captain back home, buddy.
We don't need another.
No, absolutely not. That
She's
lady is crazy.
Never known that she would walk by the ruins. She'd look in there and just sigh, hop back on her Griffin and fly away. But I know she was thinking about you, buddy.
I think she was just thinking about the booze.
Let's see.
She got after the booze, but I mean...
Hey, Jay!
Abdel, please stop troubling this nurse.
What do you mean? I'm troubling the Duke right now.
Inane questions.
It's the Duke.
I don't think it'll
just
be that
because you're
easy.
not as smart as me and you're not a detective like me, you don't got to judge my methods.
That's right, buddy. You're so inscrutable it hurts.
Now prove that you're a female nurse. No.
Hey,
absolutely.
Is there anybody else around the person who barred the door, and then the nurse Knowles, and are there patients in this room? Are we in an office, or like what's the setting here? Because I'll start walking around and exploring.
We were told not to do that yet.
I'll keep my eye on this nurse. Something ain't right here. What if Osric is the Duke?
No, that wouldn't make any sense at all. And you shouldn't.
You don't remember? You don't remember, right?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, Abdel.
Abdel,
remember, right?
Please don't sow deceit amongst the party members.
I think he killed Ben Bear.
We've warned you time after time, Abdel. Please stop sowing discord amongst the party.
It's just something he does.
Sorry, guys, you know me.
Something he has to be reminded about from time to time.
He lets the wigs whisper to him too much.
You're right. Let's see.
What? I know a Duke when I see one. Trust me.
Though?
Obviously, they're standing right in front of me.
Sure.
Lena, you want to get out of here fast, right?
Yes.
Then let me do my magic.
This one's thinking very seriously about just turning around and leaving. That's how quickly he wants to go.
Well, now, remember, we're not apparently allowed to do that.
Besides, please don't give up so soon.
This place looks like they torture people here.
It's an insane asylum. Of course they do. Have you ever heard about lobotomies? This would have been during those times.
It is of Lionel's opinion we should be speaking with the doctor.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I have asked his whereabouts. Unless he is dead.
Please, nurse, is there any way you could summon the doctor to speak with us, please?
I can try. Your best bet if you're trying to actually find the doctor would be
to be crazy?
Well, I mean, I don't recommend that.
No.
The doctor should probably be in the laboratory.
Probably.
Could you escort us there, please?
Probably.
Did you lose the doctor?
Yeah, Duke. Keep an eye on your doctor.
I am not in charge of this place. The doctor is. The
You're
doctor
the Duke.
will go and do whatever. I swear to God, if you keep calling me the Duke.
You're in charge of everyone here.
Sorry, nurse. Did the doctor have an office or a laboratory somewhere in this building? Maybe there's a map or something.
Yes. To the northeast, past the staff quarters, and my office is the doorway leading to the laboratory.
Is the way safe, or should we be on our guard?
Please escort us, won't you?
Have you've been on these grounds? You should be on guard at all times.
Do you have any guards here who are defending this place in case of break-ins from those creatures outside?
She just kind of looks at you and go like, who is going to help us here?
We are, but if you've got anyone else who can fight, we should know about it so we can deputize them. We need all the fighting hands we can get if we're gonna win the battles that are to come.
I mean, nurse, do you have,
She
do you have any
turns
other
and looks at
personality?
Deacor and goes, can you fight? And he holds up a mop.
Are you the Duke?
Hey, we can work with that.
Let us leave them to their business.
Do you torture people here, nurse?
This truly brings new meaning to the inmates are running the asylum.
Oh, absolutely, Leonel. We should just go. If she's not in charge, then, we should just go. Let's establish some order here.
Escort us to the doctor, please. We do not know our way around.
Oh, I'd be happy to do some
Not
exploring.
you idiot.
I know this way is northeast.
Duke, is this the right way?
She just doesn't even.
Abdel, stop distracting the nurse. She's very focused on her role.
I mean, to be fair, if she responded, then she'd be the Duke.
Let's see.
Hey, nurse, do you have any other personalities that might be soldiers? Listen, I'm on the case.
Just so everyone knows, the king has sent us to kill the Duke. Not to bring him home.
To kill the Duke?
That is correct. Does that surprise you in any way?
Yes. Why would the king want to kill his own?
Well, you tell me.
Why would he want to kill you?
The Duke Andrew McCarthy.
Listen, we've already discussed this. You need to stop it. All right? This might actually happen.
Why would the king send you here to kill his brother? I don't understand.
Why are you asking questions?
Because he is a shame to the family. He has brought shame upon the family.
Aye, that's right.
Why are you asking so many questions, nurse?
Why are we telling the king or the people the king's plan? He said to be discreet about.
Why are we telling the brother we're going to kill them?
Well, it's a hopeless case anyway. You know, she's utterly incompetent, and Lionel's right. The inmates are running this place right now, and who knows what kind of messes they could have caused that could have made the situation outside.
Nothing the sharp tip of a sword can't handle, Osric. Get your head on straight and let us continue.
That's a very paladin thing of you to say.
Aye.
I'm absolutely ready to go.
Grayax has his head in the game.
Is this High School Musical?
I'll follow you into the desert hell.
Apparently, you. I guess you'll want to go straight to the laboratory. You pass the areas of there's a kitchen and a pantry, a latrine. The areas to the south of you are like the patient rooms. Private quarters, if you will.
There's
yes, like there's people
here.
in these patient rooms.
Yeah, any one of these people could be the person we're looking for.
The nurse could.
Abdel, I don't think it's the nurse.
Watch it be her. It don't come whining back to me.
No, I mean, if you're right, then you're right, buddy. You're the
Okay.
one.
Well, logically thinking, if Duke Bernard is the king's brother, then they must resemble each other to a degree. And assuming Duke Bernard doesn't have the greatest resources to produce a disguise, it should be fairly easy to spot him with some minor investigation.
Genmare, there's people here that you could skin.
What?
I don't want to do anything like that.
I'm not saying we are, but he could have.
I see what you're saying.
Abdel, that's not how disguises work.
She didn't say he was particularly dangerous. She did say he was mentally sound, but
she doesn't know any of his personalities.
Well, okay, that's a fair point. We'll just have to hope for the best. Pray that he isn't wearing somebody's skin.
Damn you, Andrew McCarthy, I'm coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
The nurse, who's Andrew McCarthy?
Osric peers in on each one of these rooms as we pass by them.
Hold on. And
Also, guys, I hate to be a party pooper, but
don't worry, we're going to be wrapping up here soon.
All right.
Sorry, the case is closed already.
No, it ain't. You are so fucking far wrong. It's not even funny.
Abdel's not smart. Listen, this isn't me putting this into perspective.
If we leave now, you can get the midnight shift at the house.
All right, drawing a winner for the Titan D20, Jeff.
Hey.
Wow.
Oh, Jeff, can you say "watch it, bub"? Now.
Watch it,
bub.
The next one will be the Blackguard's Tower set.
That just sounds cool.
Yeah, it does.
Anything from TPK game. I just said the name wrong.
TPK
Games is awesome. Listen, I'm sleep deprived.
What's sleep?
Exactly.
I don't know. New World has taken that away from me.
Okay.
You're starting to sound like the sanitarium patients.
Yes.
Are you the Duke, Jeff?
Now you die. No, all right, Osric, you said you were kind of like peering into each of these areas as you pass them, except for the latrine.
He's way too curious.
The door is on the other side.
He wants to know what his new home's going to be like.
As you pass the pantry, empty sacks, boxes, and barrels litter this 15-foot square room. Save for a barrel filled nearly to the top with turnips. Mice have obviously visited this area frequently. Good, Mary, you got inspiration.
Thank you for that.
It looks like meager scraps are all that remain at this moment. In the pantry, in the kitchen, a workbench, stove, and 2 floor-to-ceiling shelves full of tin plates and serving utensils make up this working kitchen. Heavy furniture and an iron icebox barricade the exit to the north. Excuse me. The room that you have just passed is a sparse room, contains a minimum furniture and no personal effects. Everything is pretty much bare. There's a moth-eaten blanket bundled on the bed mattress. And as you kind of peer in, the nurse says, "Oh, that is Deokar's quarters. And this one is mine, or office, or whatever you want to call it." As you step in, the warm smell of juniper invites you to this comfortable abode that features a bed with a crochet blanket, lace dollies upon the nightstand and bureau, and a rocking chair with sewing material set on its seat. Tapered candles sit in heavy brass holders on the washstand. Besides a change of uniform in the bureau and a book on the nightstand, there's really nothing of interest in this room.
Well, I guess it's not all bad in this shithole. This seems like a fairly decent apartment for you.
It's fairly
Oscar,
cozy.
You know what might get the Duke's attention? If you were to go around here yelling "Big Daddy."
Oh. I don't think we've established that that's his nickname yet, but it is not without merit entirely. I'm going to table that for later. We'll try some other methods, and if it doesn't work, Abdel, then you and me will be shouting Big Daddy to the high heavens. And the Duke's gonna come running, I promise.
Yeah, the nurse is gonna come running.
Something like that. Can we... Let's move on now.
She's like, okay, if you want to continue on to the damn it, map, come on now. To the laboratory.
Can Osric spy on the book that's sitting on the desk? He wants to see if there's anything amiss about the book, or see if it holds any significance of an arcane nature, perhaps.
Oh, the book on her nightstand?
Yeah, if it's possible for him to, buy a look at it without her noticing.
I mean, she'll notice you looking at it, and she'll go over and grab it and hand it to you. It's like, oh, what? Are you interested in this topic as well?
I read on many different topics, my dear.
And Osric will take the book. And what is it?
It is a book on the prophecies of Azathar.
Can I make a knowledge check to determine who Azathar is?
It might have something to do with crazy otherworldly things happening, but not so much it's not like a how-to. It's a look, these are so-called prophecies of this thing happening, and then this thing kind of more of a like if you imagine like prophecies that are in video games, you know what I mean? Like somebody's looking into something because strange shit has been happening, You know what I mean?
Yeah, Osric will say out loud, he'll say, "Ah, yes, the prophecies of Azathar. Again, Mayor, that seems like a very interesting little fiction read." And he'll kind of like give it like a wink and a nod in Genmer's direction as he very quickly flips through the whole book to see its condition. He wants to see if it's been read, or if there's any pages that have been flipped in, or if there's any like cards or anything that have been stuck inside like bookmarks.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely been read.
Does it talk about the lore of Panitz?
No.
Oh God, I wish I had money to go to Panitz.
Well, what does the book say?
I'm a quick reader, Genmer, but I'm not that quick of a reader. Could I hang on to this for a couple hours? You know, in between what work we'll be doing here for the king, Nurse Knowles. I would be interested to read this book if you think you can go without it for a couple hours. I'd be great.
Oh, by all means, I had that book sent here as soon as the first strange events and happenings started to occur. There have been some similarities, if you will, from things detailed within the pages of that tome, but nothing, exact. But if you want to read it, and hopefully it'll help you, by all means.
You sent away for the book, you say. Who brought it? Who brought it for you? I thought no one could leave this place because of the deadly wards that encircled the building.
Somebody so smart, look. I said had the couriers would they were coming on schedule all the time before all of the strange happenings started to change the place into what it is now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, thank you for the clarification. Very kind and generous of you to let me borrow it. And I'll be sure to give it back as soon as I can. And he will pocket the book and hop back with the group.
Okay. And let's see, there's this. And we will go ahead and close out this giveaway for the Blackguard's Tower. Draw a winner. Loco!
Say the line.
It is a good day to die.
It is, yes.
I prefer the one you said to Osric.
Say that.
And the final set for tonight will be, let's see. Let's go with Purple Invocation.
That sounds sick.
Purple damn it if I could spell. Invocation. TPK games. Okay, cool. 0, 1, bam, and bam. There we go. Enter away. Anyway, so while that's going on, let's see. You all head into the laboratory. There you go. This 40-foot by 50-foot chamber features an array of strange devices and macabre, scratch-built arcane instruments. Excuse me. Along each wall sits a long table covered with utensils necessary for experiments in alchemy and surgery. Flasks, beakers, burners, and tubes, a vicious and blood-stained menagerie of blades and saws, an impressive collection of vials containing liquids of virtually every hue. Between the corner and a heavy partition, fluorescent green ichor leaks from the bottom of a cabinet marked hazardous. Hand-drawn anatomy sketches are posted on the wall above a writing desk, cluttered with notes, charts, and journals. In the room's center, framed by the glow of 3 magical lights hanging above it, sits a sturdy, blood-stained table with shackles bolted on top to secure a patient in place. Nauseating vapors of sulfur and iron linger in the air. A toddler sits in a crib next to the table. The child's freshly shaved head displays an incision barely held together with crude staples, the length of which encompasses the entire skull just above its crossed and sunken eyes. She raises her head to stare at you dumbly as saliva drools down endlessly from her mouth.
This place is fucking sick.
Duke?
Hey, we've only been here a few hours, and I think I've seen enough to scar me for the rest of my days.
It's not that bad, but it is quite horrendously terrible for the
It's pretty
common eye, I
bad.
suppose.
It's pretty bad for the people who haven't gone to hell, Grey X.
Yeah, we can't all go to hell.
And we...
Well, then again, maybe we can.
You should accompany me on the next journey down.
I'm good.
Follow you into the very pits of hell, Sir Greyax. Literally, I suppose.
We can smite all the demons down.
You think I would make a good paladin, Sir Greyax?
With some touch-up work.
Well, I would be doing the work of Torm. Maybe I'll take you up on that. If we survive this.
I would be doing the work of Brandobaris. It's a halfling deity. That remind me. Let's just keep going.
Osric. Upon seeing the laboratory and kind of turning to walk away, you look and you start to see the wall, like the hallway, the small hallway that you're in, kind of start to shift, and all of a sudden you start to see this black and reddish ichor start to flow and ooze from the walls, and as it reaches the floor, you start to see small flutters of flames start to jet up from the floor, and you start to see like otherworldly visage kind of appear, almost as if like an illusion spell or whatever. But you turn and start to look, and every face that you see is just completely seems to be charred, but where the eyes should be, you just see fire, and you just start to hear like this it almost sounds like an incantation of a language that you don't understand. That's all you hear, just getting louder and louder and louder inside of your head.
And where is this image occurring? Is it right next to me, or is it in the laboratory room?
It's about like 10 feet in front of you, like in the hallway.
So right next to Graham.
Kind of more next to, probably in front of Lionel.
Oh, behind me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Osric yelps. He's like, "The wall! Get away from the wall!"
Lionel will look at the wall.
The wall looks absolutely normal to you, Lionel.
Does it still look crazy to me?
Oh, yeah.
I see nothing. What is wrong with you?
Get away from it! Get away from it! It's bleeding! It's bleeding blackness!
Osric pulls his short bow out, and he starts moving past Greyax. He's ready to engage in combat. He's like, "Get ready! They're coming through the walls!"
Excuse me, nurse. Do you have any extra rooms?
Yes.
Too late to check in one more.
We do. It's starting to look like your friend here is starting to succumb to the madness of this place.
Yes.
So wait a second.
Why have you not succumbed to it?
So how many seconds pass before Osric realizes that they're not reacting to this because Osric is with illusion magic, so he may suspect that it's an illusion.
I would say probably, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds maybe. Like once the initial shock kind of wears off.
Yeah, can I investigate? Can I make a check to try and identify? You know what? Screw that. Oh, I don't have it prepared. Never mind. I can't cast detect magic. Without spending 10 precious minutes on the ritual. Yeah. Can I make it like an Arcana check or investigation? Try and detect the illusion.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's see what we got. We'll do an investigation, and Osric is just like transfixed. He's looking, I guess, past Lionel onto where this horrible ichor display is forming, and he carefully stares at it with his trained eye. I have 28.
Yep. You definitely know something is up. The rest of the party, you'll remember Osric kind of acting somewhat similarly to this at one point in time, involving a tapestry.
Don't say it.
But
which tapestry? Are you talking about the artwork?
The painting, yeah. That's what I meant.
No, last time during that incident, Osric defended the artwork.
I know. But what I'm saying is Osric acting out of his mind, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Osric will continue to observe the fact that you guys are not reacting, and he says he sort of calms down. He like, look, I know maybe you can't see it, but I swear I can see something on that wall right behind Lionel. The whole wall is black. There seem to be ghouls trying to crawl out of it. It's a horrible visage. If you can't see it and I can, then I don't know what to make of it, but give me a minute here and he will...
Calm down, boy. Your mind, it's playing tricks on you.
Kratos now?
Is there anything you can do? Well,
Boy.
let me confirm a suspicion.
Osric, you blink your eyes and suddenly all of the imagery that you were seeing is gone.
What the hell? Yeah, he'll move up. And he wants to go up to the wall, but Lionel's standing there, and Osric pauses. I imagine they have a stare down moment. And it's always been this way between Lionel and Osric, where Lionel is kind of glowering over him.
Yep.
And they're always having confrontation. And it just happened again outside. And
at this moment, everybody except for Osric, including Deokor and the nurse, you suddenly just hear this insanely loud, high-pitched, like shrill shriek, like almost like somebody just being like tortured or murdered, or it's almost like a death shrill. Kind of high pitch, almost like a banshee's wail, but not, a banshee wail, essentially.
Hopefully not.
and everybody is just like you're just kind of cupping over your ears, and it's almost like just an unbearable, thriving pain.
Which direction is it coming from?
You can't tell. It's all around.
Did you say Osric cannot hear it?
Now, Osric does not. Everybody else hears this and starts to kind of grimace in pain. Osric, you see literally your entire party kind of grimace over in pain as if like they're hearing something. You're not hearing anything, but you also notice the nurse and the other staff member kind of hunching over in pain as well.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What can I do? What can I do?
Screaming.
I can't do anything.
Osric feels helpless in this moment. He looks around. He looks around for something like a sign or
screaming out of curiosity.
He looks up on the ceiling. He's looking for anything that he can like attack or try and like destroy. Is there anything around?
No.
Is Osric screaming?
No, I don't hear it.
He doesn't hear it.
Where are the two nurses or the helper and the nurse? Where are they at?
They're basically with you. I don't have the tokens.
Are they ahead
for
of
them.
us or kind of behind, up back here with us?
Mm,
I just want to know if I can see them reacting to this as well.
Oh yeah. You can. Everybody can see them reacting as well.
Osric will move up into the laboratory. I'm guessing it's to the north here.
Oh yeah.
That room that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Can he see anything that of an arcane nature that might be causing this? Well, maybe it was like a trap that was activated upon entering the laboratory. He's trying to find something that he can interact with to stop this madness.
You don't see anything really that would arcanely anyway you would think would be the cause of this.
Osric looks at the baby.
It just kind of looks up at you and just drools it.
Jesus Christ. You guys get out of the hallway. Maybe it's a local effect.
I don't even know if you can hear me. Osric will grab Sir Grayax and attempt to pull him through the threshold. He's probably such a big, heavy guy that this is not working.
Definitely would not be easy.
Yeah, he'll get in front of your face and try to like point, like go north. He's like pointing. He'll get over in front of you and just like push you if he can. He's
Can you push 400 pounds?
No.
Abdel will stand up, covering his ears, and he's just gonna Usain Bolt down the hallway at them.
Oh Lord.
Yeetus deletus.
I did pick up a certain thing to where I need to check it for sure. I can push a lot of weight.
Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah, I would say you would probably have no problems knocking them into the room.
Yeah, but I was saying because I specifically took the bear one, which I count as like one size, and I can double the amount I carry or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, your carry capacity and lift weights and everything are like super
ridiculous,
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, my carrying capacity is doubled, and I have advantage on strength checks to push, pull, or lift or break objects.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, your friends are not objects, so.
In some eyes, they might be. Anyways,
yeah,
I barreled down the hallway.
Okay. YouTube, I'm not even going to make you roll to see if you notice this. It's kind of hard to not notice a towering Goliath running full speed at you. Do you get out of the way?
No.
Osric flattens himself against the wall.
Hoping he pushes me in, so no.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to tackle anybody by all means, by the way.
Yeah, I'll let him usher me through the door.
Okay, the three of you all usher yourself through the door, apparently. And you all get knocked through the doorway by Abdel. Osric and Lionel, you see the iron door slam shut. The three inside the laboratory, you see the baby is no longer in the crib, is no longer facing the door. It's facing like the other opposite side of the room. And all of a sudden its head just turns completely around. Its body's still facing the other way, and its eyes start to glow. And that's where
Don't
we're
make
going to
me kill the
hold to
baby.
finish this off next week.
Jeff is
Because
gonna make me kill a baby.
Ben has to, be a responsible adult tomorrow morning. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and finish out our final giveaway. Let's see. For the purple invocation dice set, draw a winner. Boom. Yang.
Yang.
Yang gang.
Yang.
Yeah.
Yongi.
Yan G 5045. I will,
Congratulations on the dice set.
Yeah, I will send all of our winners message in Discords to get shipping information and everything, so you can get your dice sent to you. Congratulations to them all. All the subs and follows tonight. Thank you very much. Lord Gosumba, Jade, longtime friend of the channel. Thank you for the raid. Also, need to say thank you to one of our sponsors, Total Party Kill Games. They wrote and put together this particular adventure, which the party has barely even started into it. It's about to pick up real fast. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole lot of random craziness, chaos, and whatever you think going into it is not what ends up being the thing. It's great. It's a lot of fun. A whole lot of like horror and elements of the thing kind of baked into it. I love it. We also have the Druid's Den, that is Mama Prater's endeavor. Apothecary needs, and they got teas and lotions and all kinds of manner of good things. Definitely go check it out at thedruidsden.com. Shoot, what else do we have? Because I'm not pulling up the script.
Game, the podcast.
Oh,
Josh's
game. Out, was it Out in the Black or Out of the Black? Something like that. Our Serenity RPG game campaign will be kicking off. I believe it's next Friday, isn't it? Yeah, next Friday.
Yes.
On our YouTube channel. Definitely go check that out. That'll be ran by Meg45. Also, our very own Lionel, aka Loco, has a podcast game that is going to be releasing next week, is it not? The second?
I believe it. Yes, it is the second, I believe.
Yeah,
yes.
cool. Awesome. And he's running Rime of the Frost Maiden. It will be available, I believe, wherever podcasts are available for you to listen to.
Anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want. This Saturday, normally we have our Rise Against the Slave Lords campaign, but this Saturday night there is no Slave Lords game. However, Duff will be doing like a Halloween celebration game stream. We'll probably be doing like playing some Phasmophobia, some Jackbox party games, things of that nature. And we'll have more giveaways from Total Party Kill Games this Saturday night, so definitely tune in there. We also have programming just about every day of the week, split between our Twitch channel and our YouTube channels. I believe you can find that at praetorsrejects.com/schedule to keep up to date with all of that. I believe it's that one. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, that being said, unless you have anything to add, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the outro so I can go wash all this off my face.
The nurse is the Duke.
Yeah.
All I want to say is that I love this crew, and I'm really gonna miss you guys when we all die.
It's been real.
It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.
You're a real one.
It's been real fun for me. Anyway,
I feel like if you die here, you don't really die.
Yeah. Guys, again, it's awesome seeing you all play these characters again. very fun. Hopefully we can do it again sometime after this particular deal is over with. Anyway, yes.
Timeline.
Yeah.
Where
yeah.
lived.
Yeah, we'll need to figure that part out. This was just kind of for Halloween purposes. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the outro so I can go wash all this crap off my face. And yeah. Anyway, guys, hopefully you have a great Halloween, and hopefully we'll see you Saturday night for our Halloween celebration games stuff, whatever the hell you want to call it. But anyway, have a good one, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Spoopy.